Good morning. Hey, look at, we've got myself, Michelle, my mom,
Helen?
and
Hello, I'm Ren.
Ren. The three of us are back in the kitchen here from Atlantic Canada Cooks. And we're super excited today here on Sunday. It's a beautiful sunny day, but it's a little bit deceiving here because we're getting a snowstorm tonight. And what better thing to happen when you have bad weather? Having good snacks, right? You know, the food stores are very busy when we get an impending snowstorm here. Everybody's running to buy storm chips, as they call them. But we're going to make some homemade snacks. And I hope some of you can see behind me. Michelle has a display of some of her favorite snacks that I can buy in the food stores, but I also really like to make snacks. So we're going to feature a few really great things. And I'm really excited because one of the recipes we're going to be doing is an egg yolk puff, which is a great recipe that Ren's going to be showing us. We're going to start off with that. We're going to make some yummy Parmesan cheese crisps, which, by the way, is one of my favorite snacks. Just when I'm sitting around and I'm like, I want something to crunch on, I will go make myself these Parmesan chips. So we're going to show you those. They're fast and easy. And then energy balls or energy cookies.
Yes.
Which is really a favorite. We've featured them over the last 4.5 years a few times. Rosalind makes great ones. And just because it's one of those things that you can make, put in your fridge or your freezer when you're really hungry, and they're packed with protein. It gives you a good snack, and you're not always eating all the bad stuff. Okay. And yesterday, we were touring some other local snacking. We're going to be showing some wonderful things. I've got this beautiful tagine here. And don't worry, there's magic under the lid. We were at, and I want to say congratulations to the Moncton Souk for the first Ramadan festival yesterday here in Moncton.
Lovely.
It was so wonderful.
And delicious.
And delicious. And yes, Ren, you're going to get to taste some of these great things today.
Wow.
So these are some beautiful pastries and cookies that were made by some of the amazing pastry chefs, Moroccan chef for this one. So thank you so much for those. We, of course, visited the Moncton Market, and we've got some wonderful snacks from Deli Sur Canada we're going to talk about. And then I'm going to make some nachos. I think that might be one of our favorite snacks.
Like a nacho.
I love nachos. So we're going to get started right away with Ren's recipe. And I am going to let her tell us what's going to happen. But I am really excited because I'm going to introduce the first ingredient. And then Ren's going to tell us what she's going to do. But I'm going to hold it up. These are super cool. And where do you buy these?
In a Chinese grocery.
Here in Moncton?
In Moncton.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's important people know that you can get a lot of your ingredients that you miss from home when you move here.
Yes.
So these are salted duck egg yolks. Super cool. I thought she was pulling like gummies or something out. So Ren's going to be using these, and I'm going to put them here, and she's going to open the package and tell us what she's going to do. And then the other ingredients, I'll let you open that one.
Okay.
And I just want to move the package because I want everybody to see that really cool consistency. And this is a sweetened red bean paste. So, and it's really thick. It's like almost like Play-Doh.
Yes.
So I'm going to be kind and get the package down so we can get her to open this. So we're going to let Ren tell us here a little bit about what she's making. And I know she's busy she's got some puff pastry. So you tell them what you're doing. And do you want me to cut this open for you?
Okay. Thank you.
Do we squeeze it out?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to cut it open. There we go.
Yeah, squeeze that out and
All right. I'm going to trade positions and let you go right here.
around.
You go right over there.
Yeah.
Show the audience what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the red bean paste. So I will shape it like this, a ball. Then I will like press it, make it very flat. Then I will put this and using this flat to wrap it in. So, but now I need to put the rag yolk, the salted yolk
Yep.
into the oven. After that, I will put it in here. So now it's not get ready right now. So I need to put this in the oven.
All right, so we're gonna hold that up. Those look. They don't really smell. I
Yeah.
can smell a little salty, or you would see briny type of flavor. So there we go. There's the yolks. She also has her puff pastry here. So we're gonna put this right into the oven. Go for it.
Okay.
Get that in the oven. So 10 minutes, Ren, I think she said.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
So we're gonna put that timer. So right there, timer, and we're gonna put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Ooh, 10.
Yeah.
There. So those are 10 minutes at 425. So we put a little parchment paper in the bottom of the pan, and this is what Ren is using to cut the circles for the puff pastry. And I want to show everybody because we all have the perfect kitchen tools. Sometimes it's the top of a cup or a glass, but I love the fact she's using the top of one of her shakers. So I'm going to give her back those. So she's cutting up her puff pastry right now. Super excited about this particular recipe. So while that's in the oven for 10 minutes, we're going to get a couple of our recipes going. So I'm going to build up our nachos because what's going to happen is when Ren's comes out of the oven, we're going to be able to put our nachos in, and I'm going to get them ready to go into the oven. So exactly. Thanks, Mom. So, Mom, we love nachos, don't we?
I do.
So oftentimes they'll say, oh, I don't really feel like cooking.
It's nachos.
Make nachos, right? So what we've got here, so I grated up some marbled cheese. So this is a little bit of cheddar and a little bit of mozzarella blended together. So we have this already grated. So this is what's so great about this particular snack, right? You can take and put as little as you want on the snack. You can pile your nachos super high, or you can just have some cheese nachos,
Yeah.
right?
And if you're going to make them higher, I put layers.
Right.
One layer, put some cheese in there, and whatever else you're putting on it, another layer of chips. So you've always got a bite of cheese and everything else that's going in it.
Exactly, right? See, I had a good teacher. Take time and spend time with your mom. She's going to show you some tricks.
Tricks.
These particular chips, it's going to be funny when they come out, they're green. So these are a guacamole tortilla. I like using different Doritos. That's a good global chip. And I want to say hi to our YouTube audience. I know we're not always on there typing back comments, but it's so wonderful to have some new friends visiting us on YouTube. We hope some more come in. And I see some of our favorite people here on our Zoom audience. And you can get to that through our newsletter. Well, we'll give you that Zoom link. And you can hang out in the kitchen a little bit more and see a few extra, probably funny things in the back. But this is going to be the snack for you and I and Ren.
Oh,
So,
great. Oh,
we're-
looks so nice.
right? The green looks great.
Yeah.
And I didn't make guacamole today. So, do you mind if I give you those? So, I am going to I'm going to take a couple more in a minute, Mom.
Okay.
So, I'm going to do what my mom advised. So, we're going to put one layer. I did put parchment paper on the bottom of the pan. Trust me. That way you can scrape the really delicious bites of cheese off.
That's
Right?
right.
On the parchment
Can't
paper.
leave any cheese behind.
Well, I like to take time.
No man
my-
left behind.
No chip left behind.
That's right.
Okay. So typically what we're first going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of cheese. And I'm going to make sure the cheese kind of gets a little bit on every chip. I took the time to make sure you could see every chip, by the way. And the cheese is going to go on the bottom because we like cheese. Everything is better with a bit of cheese. But what I have here is I've got some beautiful rotisserie chicken. And I've cut up the rotisserie chicken. It's nice and moist. It was roasted yesterday. And you can either roast it yourself or buy one from a wonderful local butcher or something. It's already seasoned and roasted. So this is here. So now we're gonna add that nice layer of chicken. And now this is where I am very particular. And take a little bit of time with your food. Do you know, when you take time to prepare the food, you're taking time, good energy. Think about how it's gonna taste,
How it looks.
Eat
with your eyes.
Right, and who you're gonna eat that food with.
That's right.
That's so special for me. We had a lovely dinner last night with one of my mom's best friends that lives here in Moncton, and it happens to be her birthday
Today.
Yeah. So we had a beautiful meal last night. Okay, Mom, does that pass the chicken inspection?
Looks good.
We have chicken on every bite.
Yeah.
This is why I like to cut the chicken up. And I will tell you, you could do like a barbecue sauce in your chicken. I'm going to put a little bit of a seasoning on top of these in a minute. And I have the chicken hand and the non-chicken hand. So we're going to take cheese first, Mom. Another little bit of cheese. Now, this is where I like to add a little bit of extra seasoning. Look, I want the cheese and I got my hand in the chip bag.
Yeah.
Everybody's always got their hand in the chip bag, right? And I think most of us have these seasonings at home. I'm just gonna grab a towel here. Here we go. And this is where you can add, if you like heat, you could put some crushed chilies if you wanted to.
Red peppers.
Red peppers.
Yellow.
I'm not.
green.
Yeah, you could if you want. I'm
Whatever you
gonna
like.
top our nachos off
Excuse me.
with a beautiful salsa that we're gonna make a fresh salsa.
Okay.
So what I have here is this is a great local product, and you know I think we're feeling very proud to be Canadian, and I know Ren feels the same way, and just looking at a lot of Canadian products. This is made in just in Edmonton, the north part of New Brunswick. We've featured Baker and Rub and Smoke before. It has garlic, paprika. It's got a beautiful flavor. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna take about a tablespoon and we're just gonna sprinkle it across the top. And what's that gonna do? I'm gonna pass this over, and you can let Ren smell that, Mom. I know you smelled it.
Yeah.
Is it's gonna add this.
No.
Now I'm gonna do it in my hands. I can sprinkle it better with my hands.
Not only the chili, but also maybe other seasonings.
Ah,
wow.
yeah.
Smells
I'm
so
gonna
good.
send you home with some of that. You can only buy this online,
Wow.
and we love this New Brunswick product. And ooh, now look at that. Smell.
Wow.
Ooh.
Already.
Mmm.
Smells good.
good.
See that?
Yeah.
Get that
So-
in quick.
Wait, we're gonna. We talked about layers, right? This is when I do just a few more chips across the top, because you always want one more chip. Is there one more left? And then remember, when this comes out of the oven at the end of this show, we're gonna put some wonderful fresh salsa, some diced green onions, and you're gonna see that. We're gonna make that here in a few minutes. How's our timer looking? Because we're probably getting close. Wow. So the reason I put the layers too,
Yeah.
and I put more cheese on top of the chicken, is the cheese is gonna melt into the chicken. So good.
Yeah.
But also it makes sure that things don't burn. Because remember, everything is already cooked. So we really just need to melt
Yeah.
the cheese
Yeah.
and melt everything into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might put some green onions inside, but as I said, we're gonna focus on putting the nice cold, fresh ingredients on the top. So there's a little peek. at the pre-done nachos just before going into the oven. So we're gonna set these over here. You're 2 minutes away. Did you
Yeah.
want to look to see how they're doing?
Yeah. It's really, really good. It's like
They're perfect?
I can put it. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
I
Mom,
can put
we'll get you a cloth. So I think those are coming out of the oven. They're probably gonna need to cool off a little bit.
it. Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna let those cool off a little bit. Let's start that salsa. And we're gonna put this, like I said, just a really great shout out to these guys. It's absolutely delicious. I've been exploring this spice with a couple of friends, and we realized you can sprinkle it on potatoes.
Yeah.
You can put it on French fries. Really is a great all-around spice. So let's look at that salsa. And salsas come, I guess, in a little bit different ways, because you can do salsa or a pico de gallo, which tends to have a little bit more onion. This is a little bit of a Mexican flair. And I will tell you something. One of the best things about these ingredients is everything is very fresh. Look how cool those look. Okay, so while those are cooling, I'm just gonna pull our salsa recipe together. How's that sound? So I'm gonna use, so this one here, I'm gonna reserve a few of these onions because I'm gonna want them for another for to top off another recipe. And I just set these over here.
Yeah.
Here we go. To top off our other recipe. So in this dish, I have about 1/4 of a cup of the diced onion. And this, I use the green onions because we're gonna be eating those. They're gonna be fresh, and they're brighter and they're not as hard on your palate. So, and in here, you see, I've got about 2 cups of beautiful fresh tomatoes that we've diced up. So those are gonna go in. Such a fast and easy recipe.
Yeah.
So in here, so we've got the tomatoes and the onions. I'm just gonna grab, so we always say get a pepper grinder if you don't have one. We're gonna put some nice fresh cracked pepper. If you don't have, you can use regular. And we're gonna put some salt. And when you're making a salsa, we're gonna put about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt and tomatoes are really good together, right? It really enhances and it brings out that flavor in the salt.
Yeah.
So what I have here is I've also have the garlic.
Got it. Yeah.
Michelle's like, the what? My favorite thing in the world, and I lose the word. Some beautiful fresh garlic, and I've got a clove here, and I've already cleaned it off. And in this amount of salsa, I'm gonna use one of these large garlic cloves, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just hitting it with the side of my knife, and do you see what this does? Is it flattens it, right? So when that flattens, the thing is opening up all the oils, and then I can easily run my knife through the side of the garlic. Whew, it smells good. You know it's good garlic when you cut it and you can smell it. And do you see what that does, Ren? It just gives it a nice fine dice right away. And I'm gonna run my knife through a little bit this way. And then what I'm gonna do, because I don't want giant chunks, I'm just gonna push my knife along the board, and I'm gonna crush each piece. Do you see what I'm doing? I've got a little pressure, and then the end of my knife. And what that's gonna do is all the oils and the good flavor in the garlic's gonna come out. And that's what we want in our salsa versus biting into a chunk of garlic. So a little kitchen trick that I learned from a chef on that. So then we've got that beautiful amount, and that will go right into there. Now, I like using lime juice in mine, and I did not grab a fresh lime yesterday. So we're gonna show everybody. You don't always have all those, but hopefully I see these all over the world.
Yeah.
Do you see those in China, like a little lime juice or lemon juice that's already?
Yeah, but it's the bottle is not like this.
Yeah, the bottle might look different. I know
Yeah.
when I'm traveling in Morocco, I see little bottles that are similar.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna use about probably a tablespoon of lime juice. That's gonna go into that, and that really adds the flavor. So if you don't have a fresh lime or lemon, I have been at someone's house making this before, and they thought they had, and I used an orange, and it was delicious. So there you go. Because I love cilantro, it is one of my favorite herbs. I always have a baggie in my fridge, ready and cut up to be able to put into recipes or top my soup, whatever I'm making. So we're gonna put about half a cup of diced cilantro in that bowl.
Get them wrapped up.
So we're gonna give this a stir. That pretty much is all we need in this. Now, some people like to add a little bit of olive oil, whatever it may be, but really there's gonna be a perfect fresh salsa. If you want heat in that, now you could add some Tabasco sauce, some sriracha, whatever you want, but I love my mother more than I love heat. So my mother she's already hot and spicy enough, she tells me. So we're not gonna add any extra heat. But if you do, throw some diced jalapenos. Do you know what I mean? Just throw some extra stuff in there. Already smells amazing. But I'll tell you something, that gets better by the minute. Do you want to smell?
Oh, wow, I really like this. Smells so good.
Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be great on our nachos.
I'm so excited.
But you could put that on salad. You can really, it's just so simple.
Okay.
But the garlic, once it sits just that extra 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I am gonna turn my cutting board over to Miss Ren to continue
Yeah.
your duck yolk recipe. So right over here.
Okay, thank you. So now I would like to show you when the yolk after baked, so you can see it's changed the color from orange to yellow, and yeah.
Smells great.
Oh, it smells like how to describe it?
It's a salty, but
Uh-huh.
it's just delicious. I feel like I want to eat one of those, but
Yeah. So now I will use the
do you want this?
Okay, yes, thank
All
you. I have made it in a ball shape, and I will like flat it and put the yolk into like this. Wow. Yeah. Then I wrap it in and make another bigger ball like this.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. So we started with a big marble and now we have a ping pong ball.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we're going to end with almost a baseball.
Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting how the bean paste goes over very easily. Oh, that's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Ren.
Very easily.
Ren, how often do you make these?
Almost 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, the yolk eat too more is maybe because my son really like it, so I don't want he eat it too frequent. Yeah. So, but it's
'Cause
really
there's-
delicious. He always ask me to do it, to make it for him. He would love to take this to school for like lunch.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, actually, it's not bad. We've got the bean paste, egg yolk, and then some puff pastry on the outside.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
It's just really delicious.
So there's the difference in the sizes. And this one's not done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the bigger one I have here, she's already got the egg yolk in it.
Yeah.
And then there's the bean paste. So you see as it's growing.
Yeah.
You are fast, Ren. Very
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna wash the bean paste off my hands.
Because
So how long are these gonna bake in the oven? Ren, so we're gonna put the puff pastry, yes?
Yes.
And then how long do they bake?
It need to be 20 minutes
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Perfectly.
to bake.
And that oven is staying at the high temperature. So we were saying 425 Fahrenheit or 220 Celsius. So we're gonna get better at quoting both of those things. While Ren finishes up her last few when she's getting them in there, I just want to mention, and so we went shopping at a big store yesterday called Costco. Have you ever seen these?
It's a peach.
Yeah.
It's and I can recognize
Which
it.
one's this?
It's a Korean.
Korean?
Yeah, Korean.
So I think these are a Korean. So let's just say we got a little excited. These are like little packages of gummies. And these are peach and kiwi flavored gummies with no sugar.
With no sugar. Oh, that's good.
Oh, there's
Definitely.
sugar? Oh,
No sugar.
So
I didn't know
Is
they
it
had bought one
taste,
for Loretta.
I'm going to get you one to try it.
Okay.
These are absolutely delicious. This was Michelle's snack exploring yesterday
yeah.
of what I was doing. So are you ready to do the puff pastry?
Yeah. I'm gonna to do this. So now I have cut it in a like circle round. Then I put this inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I gonna to like it's the same way to rip it up into it. Yeah. Like we make the 包子.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, the dumplings.
Yeah, dumplings.
Perfect.
Yeah, then like this. So I close this, and here it's smooth and I later I will put some egg on it. So it's
An egg wash.
Yes.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while Ren's doing those,
Mhm.
Ren, do you want to try one?
Okay. Mmm.
We were surprised too. So there's a little promotion for this wonderful company. I'm loving the snacking on those. As soon as Ren finishes off these, we're gonna make a different type of balls. So she's gonna go over there and finish those off. We're gonna start off. It's so interesting. Maybe it's that shape. We're gonna do what we call our energy balls or energy cookies. And these are really a wonderful and very easy no bake recipe. And Ren, there's your tea here too. You know, snacks. Some people like to make smoothies and things like that for snacks. Another great way. I want to talk about dates and raisins that are amazing snacks. As I explore more cultures, I didn't eat as many dates or raisins before. And one would think so because I love grapes and I love wine.
She never liked the raisins.
But it wasn't necessarily the dehydrated ones, but you know, more and more as my palate changes over the years, I've really grown to love them. And it's a good thing because they're one of nature's best sweeteners.
Yeah.
So get some more dates and raisins in your day. So I'm going to go through the ingredients that's going to go into this. They're all going to go into the same bowl. So these are beautiful dried raisins. I actually purchased these just before Christmas when I was in Morocco. And if you want to go on the YouTube channel and check that episode out, that was at a beautiful place called the Souk Shamani in Tetuan, Morocco. And it's always great to have those ingredients that I've picked up while I'm traveling because it really makes me feel like I'm going back. And there's those food memories that we talk a lot about. As you can see, I'm getting my ingredients all ready for this particular recipe. like my bonus ingredient there, Mom. Food is tied to your memories. So create more memories. Take some time and make some snacks. These energy balls that we're going to make today, not only are we going to enjoy them, Mom and I and Ren, but Ren's going to be able to take a few home. I'm traveling to Ottawa this week. I'll put some in the freezer and I'll bring those with me. So these are just great to have around. And you're going to note that we're not putting any unnatural sugar in this, but they're going to be sweetened by nature. So let's talk some energy balls, right? And again, these don't have to bake, but they do have to get in the oven or into the refrigerator. So what are we going to put? So the nice thing is when you're making these energy cookies, you really just need one bowl.
Yeah.
And then we'll roll these ones out and then they'll go into the refrigerator afterwards. So in this one bowl, we're going to put 1 cup of oats. And these are Canadian rolled oats, which is really great. Canada is a very large producer of oatmeal. So we've got oats. In here, we've got 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened shredded white coconut, which is 180 milliliters. I like these measuring spoons because they give me both, right? So that's going to go in there. In here, and I like to making sure that I'm adding, you can add chia seeds. I'm going to add actually hemp hearts. And hemp hearts are wonderful. They're a little bit nutty.
Yeah.
And these actually are also Canadian, so it's a very Canadian dish, Mom.
I put them in my cereal.
Right? That's a great idea because they're packed with protein.
Yes.
So you're going to get that extra protein that you're looking for. So now we're going to add what we say some of our wet ingredients that are going to go inside of this. So in here, oh, it's just so good.
Oh, yeah.
So Ren's here around the corner. That's vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Extract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pure vanilla extract. This is actually from the Dominican Republic. So we're going to put about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And because it's a real and it's the good stuff, it's got a
Real punch.
really punch. So you do not need a lot. Because I always want to caution people on that because if you you can overpower something with vanilla very
Yes.
easily. So I'm pretty good at measuring. I've got my honey bear here. And so it's funny. It's right at his head.
Yeah, a neck.
So we're going to go right down to out here. We're going to use about 1/4 of a cup of honey that's going to go into these. And this is what I love because this is one of the best sweeteners. There we go.
Yeah.
Right down to his arm. It's like using the honey bear to measure. And then the other great ingredient, I love peanut butter, is we're going to use some peanut butter. And I know everybody's watching around, and it's always really proud as Canadians when we import an exceptional amount of product in our country. But you know what's really cool? We make a lot of cool stuff in Canada. And this is a Canadian-made product, Kraft in Canada, peanut butter. And a fun fact, Ren, not that peanut butter has not been made all over the world, because it has, but Canada was one of the first countries to actually properly produce, package, and get peanut butter onto the market as the world followed. So thank you, Canada, for peanut butter.
Put this in the oven.
Just a second, Mom.
Okay.
So there's our dollop of peanut butter. So as you see, look, it actually looks pretty cool when you look at this. So then what we're going to use here is we're going to use about 1/4 of a cup of these beautiful raisins. So those are going to go in. I often make this, I'll put dark chocolate.
Oh, dark chocolate.
Oh, dark chocolate's amazing in this. But Michelle decided that I'm going to use raisins this time instead. Probably because I've been eating all my chocolate of late. So I am going to give these over to my mother to take sort of in behind and give these a really good stir. And then we're going to come back and form these. Actually, Ren's got fresh gloves. Oh no, what do you have? The gloves are a good idea for these. I never even thought of that. Because they get a little sticky on your hands. That's the one thing with this particular recipe. So as you see with the spoon, I'm just getting the peanut butter and the honey. Because that's really the binder in this. And oh, I can smell the coconut. See, I could eat coconut in anything. I really quite love coconut.
Oh, it's already,
You
smells.
smell it?
Yeah, I smell it.
Yeah. So those are, I can already tell that they're going to come together well for me, but it does involve now getting hands a little dirty in this bowl. So I am going to get some gloves. Ren, is there another pair of those gloves? Did we have an extra pair?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna use some gloves and form these together. As I said, you can eat these right away, by the way. You really can. They're gonna be a little soft and ooey and gooey. But, thank you. If you put them in the refrigerator, or here in Canada, we can put them outside.
Yes.
Ren, have you done that yet?
Yes. When we back to from the market, we get the vegetables. I put it just in my garage, and another meats. Yeah, I can put in the outside. Yeah, even soaps. When we left over, the soaps put outside for next day.
I love that. Do you know
Yeah.
you are officially Canadian when you are using your outdoors as a
Yeah.
refrigerator?
Okay.
It is a great thing
Yeah.
that happens
Do I
here.
need to
So
show?
we're gonna turn around. I'm gonna take a pause here. Look
Yeah.
at this.
So now I have done with my York puff. So I will put it in oven. So yeah, it's bigger than before, and it's white and round.
Did you
Yeah.
take a picture of those?
Okay.
Take a picture before those go in the oven.
Okay.
Those look amazing.
I can.
Mine's right here, Mom. So this seems to be the theme of all things round today. So if I wanted these to be a cookie, I would just flatten those. But look at that. Someone's going to get a lot of raisins in that one.
I'll take that.
I want you to see how easily these come together. So you can make them as large or as small as you want. I am making sure I'm giving it a good squeeze, okay? And you want to squeeze them together so that they stay together. And the reason why they do need to sit or be refrigerated for at least an hour is, remember, the wet ingredients of the peanut butter, right? And the honey. And then the dry ingredients with the oats is the oats are going to absorb, and then that's what's going to help keep these and stick together extremely well for us. So, like anything, everything takes a few minutes. All good things take a few minutes to come together. But Mom, if you could just pass me a plate. We're going to put a few of these. And I'm going to finish these off.
Plate?
Yeah, that plate's fine. What's that plate? That plate is Albert County 175, Mom.
Yeah, it's made of the mud in the bay.
In the Bay of Fundy.
Bay
Hold
of
that up
Fundy,
for
yeah,
everybody to see
And
the
there's
beautiful.
ceramic stuff on the top, so yeah, it's beautiful.
So we talk about local and supporting
This is
local
yeah.
art, music, food. Do you know, when I travel, I love to buy pottery. And then I have that plate
Wow.
that I'm using to serve
Yeah.
something on. Here, Mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that is made out of
Yeah.
Bay of Fundy clay.
So did you try to make the?
Yes, I have. We'll show you one of the bowls that Michelle made. But there's those beautiful energy balls. I'm going to get those first ones into the fridge. I'm going to get you to set that over to this side there. I want to smell those.
Mmm.
They already smell great.
Yeah. it's
Actually,
like
you can set them
roasted
outside on
peanuts.
top of the barbecue, Mom. I'll go back and finish those off. So now I think it's I had sticky stuff. I got sticky gloves stuck to me here. Thank you for suggesting that. So Mom is right. One of the things is we are going to put them outside because it is currently -8 degrees.
Yeah.
And she said, I hope the birds don't come. She's not wrong with that. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give her a cloth
Yes.
to put on top of those so the birds don't either take them or, do other things on
I
them.
think birds will love it
Oh,
because
yes,
if
they will.
roasted peanuts smells is attractive. Yeah, will be appeal to the birds.
I think
right?
she's right. You're
Yeah.
right. Those would be definitely very appealing for the birds.
Yes.
So we're gonna also get our nachos into the oven as we're gonna be wrapping up some stuff. I'm gonna put those underneath. And in looking at snacking, was that for the end?
Yes, for the end.
So we talked a lot about different snacks. I'm going to show our amazing tagine again with some of these Moroccan snacks. We also tried a few other things yesterday at the Ramadan festival. And one of them was a pastilla and then some other really wonderful stuffed pastries. But these are a couple that I would talk about for a second. And I've got this other piece of wood, and we're actually not going to need this cutting board. Ren, do you want to hold this piece of wood for this?
Yeah.
There we go. We're going to move there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about building flavors and then building boards where you put snacks out. But if you're intentional about putting healthy snacks, we're going to eat healthier snacks, right?
Yes.
So we're going to set these aside. So what I would do is I'd take things like, this is a homemade baklava.
Oh, baklava. It's
Yeah.
a Canadian traditional.
This is Egyptian.
Oh, Egyptian. Oh.
So these were made for Asma from the Egyptian kitchen. We're going to let you try one of these because they are, I cut it open. Look at the phyllo pastry.
Yes.
So these are a sweet treat. Oh, wow. We're going to hold that up for the camera. The inside, there are so many layers. Look at that. Want to give that a taste?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you will not beat. Sorry, Mom. I'm going to give you the other half.
Oh. Full of honey too.
Yeah, so there's honey, different things inside.
Good.
Mmm.
What flavors do you taste?
Nuts.
It's like some herbs in it, and some like nuts.
Some cinnamon?
Cinnamon, yeah.
Yeah. So when you're having some sweet, they're not too sweet,
Yeah.
and then you get a little extra seasoning. So we'll put a little bit of that nice baklava on our board. And then the other thing I have here, and I didn't make this, albeit I do like to make it myself, but oh, I can smell the wonderful. So this is a turkey jerky. So it's dehydrated seasoned turkey breast. Really, really nice flavor. So I always like to have something. There's some really big pieces. We'll take those up. It's got a little bit of protein in it. Always like to have a nice dip. So for me, this is hummus. Hummus is extremely easy to make, but it's also easy and tends to be not too expensive to purchase. So we're gonna put some hummus on our board. I like snacking a lot, and I love nuts. Nuts is something that's really, these are a roasted almond with a honey or a smoked seasoning on them. So it's nice. So when I put the nuts and my dips on my board, I usually keep them in a container so they're a little bit easier to deal with. And then where did I put those cheeses? Oh, look right in front of me. So have you ever had this type of cheese before?
Yeah, I saw it in soup store.
Right?
Yes.
So these are these beautiful cream cheeses. This is a brand, again, that you see all over the world. This particular one is smoked. So I like putting these out. They've got each of their own individual containers. So if you're having a little cheese board to share with friends, you can either have a whole one or you can share one. So it kind of makes it nice that way. And then the other thing that I like to do, so this is from the Masstown Market in Nova Scotia. And they sell a lot of the smaller pieces of cheese, and it's not as expensive as buying an entire chunk of it. So this is a Red Fox cheddar cheese. And, oh, it's got it. Put that out there. You can smell the deeper cheddar.
Yeah.
So we're going to put some of that cheddar on there. And then what it's nice to do is I've got some of these beautiful knives. Look at those, are all engraved pewter. So then we'll put one of the knives out with the cheddar so that you can cut your piece of cheddar, have your different. And I've got lots of different, I love rice crackers, or is this something, or the rice cakes?
Yeah.
Love rice cakes. So we're gonna, do you wanna open it, take a couple of those out for me?
Yes.
I didn't make any crackers today, and actually, if you check out on YouTube, Donna's made crackers just a few weeks ago, and we'll be making some crackers on a future episode. But I love these. These are a multi-grain, multi-seed cracker, so they are gluten-free. And I should get another little bowl there from behind you, Mom, just a small one. Yeah, just put 3 or 4 here. This is an interesting shaped charcuterie board, right? There we go. They're big, but they're light.
Too big?
Perfect. Look at that, multiple of us coming together. Thank you, Mom. So we've got our crackers out here. We've got our beef. I'm gonna move the crackers. I'm gonna put the crackers by the dip. And cheese. I often would put several types of cheese out if you really want to. And I'm gonna do this because I think we don't need to take up that space with a dish for this one. So what you end up having, oh, and look, I always have one more cheese. But what I did is I used a combination of flavors on this, a little bit intentionally. And this is a smoked Gouda as well.
Okay.
Smell.
It's smoked. Yeah.
Exactly.
I can tell. Yeah.
So you're gonna get a very different flavor when you're cutting into that cheese. So let me give you a taste test. Look at that.
Thank you.
Welcome. And I see my mother standing beside me. This is one of her favorite cheeses.
I love a smoked Gouda.
This is my first time to taste the smoked cheese. Really, really different and smells like I am enjoying camping fire.
Oh
Yeah, exactly. I love that, Ren. And you know, you have to think about that too. Because food should take you on a little adventure.
Yeah.
Right? Put some good music on and we'll feel like we're sitting by a campfire.
Yes, yes.
Right? So there we go. I'm gonna put this in here. So, right?
We could have olives on there too.
And some olives, Mom. That is an excellent idea. Actually, it's the one thing that we're missing. We will add some olives onto this to finish it off. And we'll get a piece of cheese in there. So what I want to show everybody, just going to do this, is we're going to hold this up. Simple snacks. If you've got 3 or 4 people coming over, or even if you just want to put a couple of these things out for yourself, spoil yourself. Take the opportunity to present yourself with good food. And take that few minutes in a day to prepare it. We're very busy. I want to give a special message to people that work from home, like myself and others, that getting up in the day and taking the energy to prepare a meal or to get a snack tray together and then sit down and enjoy it helps you reset your energy too.
Yeah.
Right? Is this a snack that you would like?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, and it looks so good. You feel special when you're eating your own charcuterie board.
exactly, Mom, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
Super
I'm
special.
the company.
Super special. So look at that. We're going to get out. I think we got 4 minutes away. So as we wrap up, Joking here. we're gonna move our charcuterie board out of the way. Be adventurous with your boards is what I want to say to people. Put the things on them that you enjoy. Mom, we can probably just put this, or maybe Ren, I'll give this to you.
Yeah, there's room over
There we go. Why don't I just walk?
Yeah, why don't you, since you have it?
Don't forget to tip your server. Right?
You're the artist.
Perfect. You
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
There we go. So I also have my nachos that have just come out of the oven. So we're gonna finish off by topping our nachos off with that great salsa that we made, and hopefully this trick,
Oh, you think that's good?
yay! You gotta like it when it goes right. And that's hot, so I'm just gonna put that there. All right. So a nice trick with that parchment paper underneath, and just see a little bit of golden brown on the corner. I love the green chips. So if you can get the guacamole chips, get the guacamole chips. But we're gonna take a couple of our ingredients and we're gonna finish off our beautiful nachos with the things that we need. So we've got our salsa here. I'm gonna give that a good mix.
that's canceled.
It smells delicious. And I hear my girls sorting out a stove.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to sit down and eat these just in a few minutes. As we're wrapping up this episode, we're going to show you our last few. Timer's going off. Are ingredients almost ready here, Ren?
Yeah, I'm going to put it out.
Right there, but
Yeah.
take it.
They look like they still need a bit of time.
Yeah, it needs 5 minutes after I put the
Bake. Oh, I know what you're gonna do. Timer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Ren's gonna pull these out of the oven, and they're gonna be ready in just a few minutes. We're gonna show you what we're gonna do here, Mom. Can you get the board? The other pan's not hot. We're gonna set our nachos off to the side and show you the last step that Ren's gonna do here. All right, Ren, come on
They're
over.
starting to brown up.
They're starting to brown up.
brush.
And the brush is right here. So what Ren needs is a pastry brush.
Mhm.
So we're gonna let
Yeah.
you go ahead.
Yeah.
So a little more egg yolk.
Yes.
So
Up here.
yeah. So one of the reasons she's carefully in this, there's just about 5 minutes left for these to finish cooking. You can see the pastry puffing up. And what this little bit of the egg yolk wash on the top of them is gonna do
Yeah.
is gonna make them really golden,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So perfect. I am extremely excited to try
Yes.
Yeah.
these. So when it comes to snacking, some people like a sweet and some like a real salty.
Yeah.
I'm a salty snacker.
Yeah, me too.
Cheesies, potato chips. I was gonna make some homemade potato chips today. Those are a wonderful thing to make. Put some extra fun seasoning on them.
Yeah.
I think those look great.
Great.
I'm gonna take those for Ren,
Thank you.
and we're gonna put those right back into the oven.
Yeah.
Here we have it. And we've got our timer on. Look at that, for
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
And when you're baking things with puff pastry,
Mhm.
it's important for the last 5 minutes that you don't touch the oven door, because that's really where some of that chemistry
Yes.
in the cooking chemistry is happening.
Yeah.
I really want to say a big shout out to all of my Canadian friends in Canada, around the world. Yesterday was our 60th
Mhm.
celebration of our Canadian flag, so I've got my a little extra Canada on today, celebrating Flag Day.
Yeah.
And the pride that we have in wearing that flag all over the world.
Yes.
So big shout out to everybody for that. So who's excited about these?
Oh, can Can I try it?
You can try it. One more. Let's put our last
Okay.
decoration.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was cooking in our kitchen with us one day, and I think Shinobu. I see you on there. And Shinobu says, "Put the decorations on."
Yeah.
And she was showing us some Japanese. So here we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna top this. And the really nice thing is when you're topping it with a little bit of this salsa, and I'm not gonna put a lot because if you want to dip your chips and have extra, you can. And I also don't want to put a lot on because we also don't want them to make all the chips soft, right?
Right.
And get all, what's the word I'm looking for, Mom? Gushy, mushy. There we go. There we have it.
It looks delicious.
So let's hold, oh, look, it's like decorate, there we go. Looks like Christmas
Wow.
because of the green chips. There we have it. Come on.
Wow.
There we go, Ann.
Okay.
Grab one, get one with some cheese and chicken. Mom,
Okay.
look at that one, Mom.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh, the cheese is there.
Look,
That's for
look
sure.
at that. Our teeth, we're stuck together.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's really motto flair deep taste like vegetables and crunchy crackers and any like the green onion all come to my nose and my tongue at once.
An explosion in your mouth.
Yeah.
A party in your mouth,
A party in your
Yeah.
mouth.
About it in my mouth. Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing, do you notice with that bit of that smoke seasoning that went on?
Yes.
So you get the smokiness out of
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And do you see now why we've just put the fresh ingredients on top?
Yeah.
Because if you would have baked your onions
Mm-hmm.
and your tomatoes, they would have, and not that that's bad, because I have made them
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
But this tastes fresher,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
And health. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's health.
Do you want me to bring
Health
the
snack.
things in? Oh, you've already showed them.
We've showed it. We'll bring those in for the end though. So, what's your favorite thing to snack on? If you're just gonna go get a snack and have a snack in the middle of the day, what's your favorite snack attack?
So the traditional snack, we also always think, oh, snack is not health, but we can make it health. Yeah, we can make our homemade healthy snacks. Yeah, so not only enjoy the flavors, but also make our body health. Yeah,
Okay,
right.
Yeah.
Well put.
Yeah.
So adding extra vegetables and things into your snacking, super important. That would be the other thing that I would add to my board is, and cucumbers are one of my favorite fruit vegetables in the world.
Yeah.
And that's because they're crispy and they're fresh. And if you cut them in thin slices, you can use them like
As a
dipping, as a scoop,
Yeah.
and dipping, and all of those wonderful things.
I'm going to check.
So there's our timer going off with perfect timing as we wrap up this show of Atlantic Canada Cooks. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us in our kitchen. And we hope that you have some great snacking this week. I will tell you that next Sunday we are going to be sharing a video with a few highlights that we've had from this year. But I'm going to be traveling in Ottawa next next Sunday. And I asked Mom if she wanted to host on her own. She said she loves everybody. We're probably going to take a week off as well.
Yeah.
Wow, Red. Those look great. That's okay, Ren. I'm going to put this down here.
Yeah.
You set that right there. Those look exceptional.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Wow. We say wow a lot, but I'm okay with that. So, thank you for joining. Ren, thank you for coming in and sharing your culinary.
Yeah.
Whoa. They smell like, I don't even, oh, they look perfect.
Yeah.
I put 4 in here so we can hold those up. They're so crispy. You can see those look like they're perfectly the
Yeah.
golden.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Smell.
We're gonna let those
Ooh.
cool
Smell
down.
really good.
Probably just a
Yeah.
little bit. Are they
Yeah.
intended to be eaten hot or cold?
Yeah. Eating hot or cold, both okay.
Okay.
Yeah, depend on your
Palate.
like your
What you're
preference.
looking for. Well,
cut it in two parts.
let's definitely do
Yeah.
that. Okay. Mom, can you just pull the nachos over to that side? Oh, we'll leave this right here. There we go.
I'll just hold them.
I am going to take this here. Wow.
Yeah.
Oops. It's alive.
Look at that. They're still a little hot,
Yeah.
but that looks
Mhm.
perfectly wrapped.
Yeah.
There we go. A little less yolk on the other side. We'll get that right in the middle.
Yeah.
They smell amazing. I'm not going to pop one in my mouth right now because they really are hot.
Yeah.
And I have made that mistake in my past. So thank you so much, Ren.
Thank you.
Are you excited for some snacks?
Yes, I can't wait.
All right, everybody. Have an amazing week, and we will see you back on the first Sunday in March to share some exciting recipes about March break and lots of fun things that'll be going on here in Atlantic Canada. Take care, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend.